just 1 week away from the historical moment when NXT will crown its first ever champion. Byron Saxton, William Regal calling the action. Tonight, we will hear from those two competitors, Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal.
This bout is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing 222 pounds, Derek Bateman.
The charismatic Prince of Perseverance, wasting no time getting into the ring. Derek Bateman ready for action, William Regal.
He certainly is, yes. One thing you can always say about Derek Bateman, he's always ready for action. Sometimes he comes across a little strange, but he's always ready for action. Good. You need to be here in NXT.
His opponent being accompanied to the ring by Oksana. From Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing 232 pounds, Antonio Cesaro.
The Swiss Superman.
Yeah, one of your personal favorites.
As you said, one of my personal favorites, the ultimate catcher. And the beautiful Oksana. How can you not look at that man and realize that this is what a professional wrestler should look like?
Well, Antonio Cesaro is not the most humble superstar that you'll meet, but yet he is very skilled both in and out of the ring.
Why does he need to be humble when he's that good?
Oh, I suppose. Not a big deal. Of course, notice the rugby tape that Antonio Cesaro sports around his thighs.
Antonio Cesaro is a renaissance man of the truest form. He's a throwback. I like to call him the ultimate catcher because us European wrestlers were called catchers. And that's what he is. He's a rugby specialist. He's trained in every form of wrestling all over the world, and he's an incredible competitor.
Immediately, Antonio Cesaro applying that form to Derek Bateman. So many different ways he can attack his opponent.
Can't ever count Derek Bateman out for a second, though. I've seen Derek Bateman over the last year and a half just get better and better on every single outing.
That's what makes Derek Bateman so dangerous. He's so adaptable to the situation. Oh, nice high drop kick there by Bateman, who hooks the leg. You know, you may think he's a little different, you know, but Bateman, if he realizes the moment calls for it, he can pick up his intensity at the drop of a dime. Shoulders down.
Another incredibly strong man, Derek Bateman. I've been told that he's pound for pound the strongest man in the WWE. And that's hard to believe that, but I believe there's some records knocking about. At certain gyms in Florida here.
Looks can be deceiving. Oh, but what a power display by Antonio Cesaro, which has equalized the offense of Derek Bateman.
Wonderful ring savvy, Antonio Cesaro. And that comes from all his years of international experience.
Immediately, you saw that condescending smile by Cesaro, who is using his head as a significant weapon against Bateman.
Not only using it as a weapon, but hitting the sternum. And I talk about this all the time, but you take the breath out of a competitor, that competitor becomes very weak very quickly.
Cesaro here trying to put Bateman away. Multiple times now.
And sometimes, for the people at home watching this, you're not always, you know sometimes you're not going to possibly win a match by covering somebody, but it takes them a lot of energy to actually push you off to kick out.
Oh,
and it's smart, It's smart competing.
Clubbing blow to the back of the head.
You're not going to start interrupting me all the time,
I'm
are
sorry,
you?
I get excited.
I told you I'll stay at home with a wife if I want that.
Well, hey now. Wise strategy here by Antonio Cesaro, who is trying to slow down Bateman, who loves to incorporate a fast-paced attack.
You notice the way that Antonio Cesaro applies this chin lock. He uses certain maneuvers, and he uses mostly the bone of his forearm against the cheek bone and the ear, which makes it incredibly uncomfortable.
Bateman struggling to somehow create some separation, and he does. See Oksana there in the corner, kind of urging her man, Antonio Cesaro, on. Bateman trying to earn his second wind here. Oh, here we go. Antonio Cesaro maybe getting a little bit more than he expected. Full speed ahead comes Derek Bateman. Unique maneuver takes down Antonio Cesaro, who's desperately trying to roll out of the way.
This is where Antonio Cesaro is showing his ring smarts here. Have to make some space so you can get aware of your situation. Try and take advantage of it.
It didn't work out too well. Bateman brought him right back in the hard way, and now it's Antonio Cesaro who is reeling. Oh! Miscue by Bateman, and now Cesaro tries to capitalize.
Beautiful side salto there. You've seen the way that he just manhandles people. That's what I like so much about Antonio Cesaro.
Oh, look out.
Now this Scotch-style neutralizer.
Bad news for Derek Bateman, who was down and out.
Here is your winner, Antonio Cesaro.
Well, yet another extremely impressive outing for Antonio Cesaro.
It's always an extremely impressive outing for Antonio Cesaro. He never, ever disappoints in any way, shape, or form.
Well, take a look at how Cesaro was able to earn his way to victory here. Derek Bateman thought he had things well in order, but one miscue is all it took. And Cesaro, oh, wow. High impact devastation, and Antonio Cesaro is victorious. And Oksana's pretty happy too. But folks, still to come, huge explosive tag team main event. Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel team up to take on the team of Michael McGillicuddy and Johnny Curtis. Plus, still to come, a face-to-face interview between the two men who will compete for the NXT Championship. Seth Rollins, Jinder Mahal, tonight. Coming up next, some Divas action as Tamina will go one-on-one with one diva who's not known for her patience, Sophia.
Being the first NXT champion is huge. All the championships that we have in the WWE today, there's only one first winner.
This is a new revolution in sports entertainment, and now you're the first champion.
To be the first person to do it, that's historical.
There are hundreds, thousands of people trying to get into the WWE, trying to just get an opportunity. And by being the first NXT champion, you're proving to everybody that you're the first person who deserves an opportunity.
And advancing to the finals of the NXT Championship Tournament, Jinder Mahal, Seth Rollins.
Being the first name in a long line of great talents that will be NXT champion is certainly something you want to put on your resume.
It would be a huge honor to be recognized as the face of that brand.
This Divas match is set for one fall. Introducing first, from the Pacific Islands, Tamina Snuka.
Welcome back to NXT, and making her way to the ring, a second-generation diva with an unyielding drive to succeed. I'm talking about Tamina Snuka.
Tamina Snuka, absolutely ravishing and an incredibly powerful and strong lady. I say this all the time, as I can't help but say it. This lady squats with 300 pounds. I mean, how many males can you do that?
She put me to shame, that's for sure.
So elegant.
Her opponent from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Sophia Cortez.
Well, Sophia Cortez has extensive experience in mixed martial arts, of course a native of Puerto Rico, and she uses it all to her advantage.
Ooh, she is a little firecracker, isn't she?
A little firecracker,
Ooh.
one way to put it, yes.
Ooh. I wouldn't know what to say or do around that young lady. She'd scare me to death.
I think you'd have trouble with both Sophia and Tamina.
I think so, yes, but oh dear me, she's fearsome.
Well, this is a very compelling matchup. You see right off the bat here, Sophia mocking Tamina, which Tamina's gonna not stand for.
Yeah, it's not a wise move to mock Tamina. Tamina's been around this entire industry from the moment she was born, so she knows all the tricks. She knows
watch out here.
She knows every little thing that somebody's going to do to get under her skin, and she's above that. She will just compete with them at a superior level.
Look at those kicks by Sophia, again, utilizing her MMA skill set to try to take down Tamina here in the early going.
Now everybody at home knows that you've only got that, if the referee gets to a 5 count, you are disqualified. But did you see how many kicks Sophia threw in that 3 and 4 count there? Incredible.
Look at Sophia now diversifying her attack, trying to go for a submission here on Tamina.
A body scissors, which goes back to that I was talking about earlier, about taking the breath out of a competitor. That's a wonderful way to wear down a competitor, someone that's, doesn't matter how well conditioned they are. What's the matter?
Yeah, Sophia grabbing a handful of hair. You didn't see that one? And we know Tamina loves to fly, and this would certainly impact that offensive option.
With that body scissors applied so correctly there, you're taking away all the strength, really, of anybody. It doesn't matter how strong Tamina is. She's in a helpless position. She needs really to try and break the legs off or get to the ropes.
Yeah, you can't fault the strategy of Sophia, trying to negate the size of Tamina, who is trying to power through this predicament.
That's where that incredible leg strength of Tamina came in very, very handy there.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, a slap right in the face.
Tamina, whoa, did you hear those? Bringing the fight to Sophia.
The Samoans just love the physicality. They love to fight. They're a race of super people.
Oh, wow, harsh kick. Sophia might just be out of it. Hook of the leg by Tamina.
Sophia shows great toughness then. Did you see the way that she did basically a quarter bridge to get out of that pinning combination there? Pushed a shoulder and a hip up, and that saved her getting pinned.
Yeah, it's amazing that Sophia still maintained existence in this match, although she looks very groggy, and this is not good news if you are Sophia. Tamina looking for that patented super fly splash made famous by her father. Yes! High impact, high reward.
Here is your winner, Tamina Snuka.
Was that not impressive, or what? Take a look again, Tamina on the top rope, flying high, target in sight. And 3 seconds later, it's Tamina who has her hands raised. Wow.
It's great that we get another chance to look at that here. The way, the impact of Tamina's, hang on a minute.
Oh, watch out. Raquel Diaz, what is she doing? Raquel Diaz has just attacked Tamina. Oh, not again. Not again. That lipstick. We've seen this before. Raquel painting an L for loser on the forehead of Tamina. Yeah, real good. Real good, Raquel. We got the point.
What a lovely little vixen, isn't she, Raquel Diaz?
Oh, she's wonderful.
Oh,
yeah.
she is, yes.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. I like that she's making a statement.
Yeah, a little overbearing, don't you think?
Not really, no. She wants people to know who she is. She wants to show the world what she believes in, and she's doing a great job of it. And she looks charming as well.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
L, is that for loser?
Don't forget, folks, NXT Championship implications in store tonight. We will hear from both competitors who will perhaps capture the NXT Championship, as both Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal will stand face to face inside that ring.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Dayton, Ohio, weighing 225 pounds, Cassius. Oh no!
The highly touted master of lethal
His
strikes.
opponent, already in the ring, from Scottsdale, Arizona, weighing 231 pounds, Jake Carter.
I was going to say the highly touted master of lethal strikes, and quite possibly the most dangerous man on NXT, Cassius Ohno.
Another man with huge amounts of international experience. As you said, incredible striking power. A surprisingly huge individual as well. He's 6'4" and just lethal. There's nothing more can be said about him.
Well, Jake Carter will have an uphill battle. Jake Carter, of course, second-generation athlete in his own
Certainly
right.
is, yes. The son of the great Big Van Vader, and it's someone that we've seen recently on the Raw 1000th edition. Can you imagine the skill set that the young Jake has from listening to his father? But has he had the chance really to put it into practice yet? You know, he's quite new here, so we'll see.
Well, Jake Carter's the kind of guy who wants to overcome challenges, and this will certainly be a significant one. Quick cover here by Carter. Carter trying to put Cassius Ohno away early, which you cannot fault. Ooh. Ohno trying to add some insult, but Carter's right there to return the favor. Carter realizing the platform and the opportunity at hand and trying to take advantage of it. There's Carter here, and well, Ohno quickly tried to create some separation on the outside of the ring, but Carter's still fighting him. Oh, wow. That just goes to show you, a quick cover here by Ohno. That just goes to show you how resourceful and dangerous Cassius Ohno really is.
I have to admire his deviousness there. I mean, Jake Carter was just doing what he knew he had to do to save getting himself disqualified by breaking on the referee's count. Cassius Ohno took advantage of it. Bravo to him.
And you talk about how well-traveled Cassius Ohno is, and his ability to adopt so many different styles into his repertoire.
Yes, I know he spent many years traveling the world, finding the best teachers, the best competitors, and learning everything he can from them.
Oh, gosh!
But you can't learn that vicious streak. He was obviously born with that, and that's going to be the thing that's going to carry him further in his quest more than anything.
You saw the expression on Jake Carter's face tells a story. Carter's dazed.
You'd be dazed after having a size 14 in your face, wouldn't you?
I'm not going to argue with that point.
Exactly. Have you noticed, every time, every strike, every kick, it's always to the point of the chin. That's, you know, beautifully cravat applied there. Back to that chin bone again, you see. Just kicked him in the chin, back to a cravat, which causes incredible pressure on the chin and neck area.
And we've heard from Cassius Ohno before, and some would say he carries a chip of bitterness on his shoulder.
Well, that's up to him, isn't it? Is that what drives him forward?
Oh.
Nothing wrong with a bit of bitterness in your life.
And I'm wondering how many shots can one man take to the head? It's just surprising enough that Jake Carter's even still standing. And Carter, amazingly here, shoulders down. Oh no! Shows you the hunger and determination of Jake Carter here to have an impressive outing. Oh, wow! My gosh! What a shot to the head!
Wow.
Here is your winner, Cassius Ohno.
Jake Carter has experience in his genes, but Cassius Ohno just showed us there, with his patented dream killer, that he can knock anybody out at any time in the blink of an eye. And we just saw it there. We didn't have a chance to even call it.
Oh, take a look at it again. You see the impact. You see the way Carter's head just bounces off the elbow of Cassius Ohno. Oh, hold on. Wait. Come on. Enough is enough.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Cassius Ohno
I want to see
already
more.
won the match, and again, for Pete's sake. Come on.
Bosh.
What is he trying to prove here?
doesn't try to
Carter's
prove
helpless.
anything. He's just showing the world that he means business. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, against a helpless man, he already won the match. And hold on, wait a minute. Richie Steamboat apparently intervening. He had enough.
What exactly is Richie Steamboat doing out here? I'd like to know.
He's standing
No
up for
business
what's
out here
right.
at all.
Jay Carter was defenseless. The match was over. Why wouldn't Richie Steamboat come out here and take a stand?
Sometimes it's best to keep out of other people's business.
Well, nonetheless, folks, let's take you back to last week when WWE took over Los Angeles for the 25th anniversary of SummerSlam.
WWE is taking over LA Live for SummerSlam Access.
This is really where we wanted to be. It's been an absolute dream for us all.
We got fans piling in.
Fans right behind me waiting in line here.
We're here to see the next World Heavyweight Champion, Alberto Del Rio.
I wanted to get a very well-rounded experience here at the ESPN Zone.
Sean, party of two. Congratulations. Your table's ready. Is it delicious?
It's very delicious.
Here you go. 2 Cobra salads coming right up.
Wait a minute, we didn't order this.
We're auctioning off Hornswoggle. Anyone will take him.
Big part of WWE is giving back to the community, and we are here at the Mattel Children's Hospital visiting our friends.
Hey, little Jimmy's in the hospital too, man. Oh yeah. And he's having fun. He's smiling right now.
If you squeeze him, he makes noises like the Brawlin' Buddies.
Every time we walked in, you would see the kids' faces just light up.
I was so excited. My jaw dropped.
After everything we've been through, I was very happy to see her smile.
Yeah, I think she knows. She's like looking at the doll, looking at him.
Tonight, we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Be a Star Alliance.
Red carpet is alive and jumping.
All I do is just swim up and down a pool. And for them to ask me to come here is definitely an honor.
DJ Paulie D, make some noise right now.
I love that slogan, don't be a bully, be a star. And for me to be able to help out with doing something that I love, it's amazing.
My kids are all crazy about it. It's a bit tense between my oldest son and me, because he's a massive Triple H fan, and I'm all about Brock Lesnar.
The WWE is the essence of entertainment. It doesn't get any better than this. It's a really fun place to be.
I grew up a huge wrestling fan, and combine that with the anti-bullying campaign, I'm excited about the night.
We are definitely making a difference. We have Be a Star rallies all over the United States of America.
We are doing a Be a Star event in Parnell Park.
We are here today at the Markham Middle School.
It was fantastic turnout today.
There was over 1,000 kids.
To have the WWE superstars help spread this message is very important.
Myself here with WWE superstars can all band together to show tolerance and respect.
Kids from all over Whittier, they're going to go home today knowing that it's important to treat others with respect.
Well, folks, who will take a stand in our explosive tag team main event when Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel team up to take on Michael McGillicuddy and Johnny Curtis? That match is next.
The winner of the Gold Rush tournament, that's not the destination. That's just a means to get to the next level. It's not over.
Being NXT champion is the first step to get to where we all dream of being.
The Gold Rush tournament is packed with talent. It's packed with unbelievable superstars. So the winner of that tournament certainly needs to rise to the occasion.
It doesn't stop once you win that championship. It only begins.
It's one championship, then another, then defending it, and on until you become the man.
Being an NXT champion certainly puts a beacon on your head to say, hey, this is who I am. Get ready for great things from me.
This is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 471 pounds, Johnny Curtis and Michael McGillicuddy.
It's main event time here on NXT, and I guess you could call this tag team Mr. Intensity meets the connoisseur of weird. Certainly an odd couple here, as we are joined by the one and only Hall of Famer, good old JR, Jim Ross.
Great to be with you guys this week. Should be an outstanding main event. I know WWE officials are looking for the next great tag teams. These two teams tonight have that opportunity. That's all I can ask in this life is an opportunity.
That's all you can ask for, isn't it?
Exactly.
I've had about 953 of them.
Their opponents, introducing first, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 195 pounds, Tyson Kidd.
Lightning quick and technically rich is Tyson Kidd.
Quicker than a hiccup is this kid from Calgary.
He certainly is. Everybody here in the NXT arena knows that they're going to get their money's worth, and so do we. Whenever you see Tyson Kidd, you know you're in for a treat.
His tag team partner from Cape Town, South Africa, weighing 213 pounds, Justin Gabriel.
The other half of the Air Force. The South African Air Force combining with the Canadian Air Force in this main event.
Another young man that never lets anybody down. Always 100 miles an hour and 100% at all times. Incredible.
Yeah, when it comes to Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd, both these men thrive on unpredictability.
Anyway, have you noticed, I'm sure we had some time today walking around, the rusty old van that Michael McGillicuddy arrived in with Johnny Curtis.
I saw it and
well, I can only give you this little thing that I found out now that we're in Orlando. I don't know exactly what, but they've been barred from all the Disney parks for causing some kind of trouble, something with the Little Mermaid and Pocahontas or something.
I don't even want to know.
Walt Disney will be spinning in his fridge, he will.
Oh, goodness.
So it is McGillicuddy and Kidd, no stranger to each other, starting it out on this one-fall main event tag team match here on NXT.
Michael McGillicuddy told me his mentality in every match is to treat it as if it's his last.
That's an interesting philosophy.
Well, the wonderful thing about that is that you will never leave anything behind. You will always go out with every bit of intensity that you have, and it's a great way to live your life. Certainly a great way to conduct your career.
Tyson Kidd can negate a lot of disadvantage size-wise of those arm drags.
Nice
and Gabriel gets the tag. He comes in with look at those arm drags. Again, nice strategy. You can tell that Gabriel and Tyson Kidd are on the same page as a unit this week.
You know, we've seen Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel team up in the past, so they have that built-in chemistry to build upon.
Perhaps a wild card in this equation is Johnny Curtis, who we have yet to see. Again, nice teamwork by Gabriel and Kidd.
Yeah, look at this roll-up combination by Tyson Kidd.
McGillicuddy cannot get on balance.
Oh. It's very hard when you have such incredibly fast competitors to compete against. But it'll only be a matter of time before Michael McGillicuddy gets his ring awareness and he'll take control, because that's what he always does. Because we talk about it all the time. Michael McGillicuddy is something special.
Well, folks, we've just learned, based on the happenings of earlier tonight, Richie Steamboat has challenged Cassius Ohno to a match. So what will the response be from Cassius Ohno?
Gabriel and Kidd just never cease to amaze me. They constantly keep you guessing.
And they have isolated, Kidd and Gabriel. Michael McGillicuddy. Nice tag team strategy.
McGillicuddy may have been trying to inch over to his corner, but to no avail from Justin Gabriel, who has all sides.
What a shot. Wow. Well, Johnny Curtis tried to be a distraction, and it worked.
Recovered here by McGillicuddy.
That was a thunderous clothesline.
And a great example of the ring awareness that Michael McGillicuddy has.
You have to think, and being an old tag team specialist myself, you have to think, was it worth Johnny Curtis getting in there
Folks, we have to take a break. Michael McGillicuddy, Johnny Curtis in full control. Can they maintain control? We'll find out when we come back. Welcome back to NXT, and before we left for the break, Michael McGillicuddy was able to change the pace of this matchup, and now Johnny Curtis is capitalizing on the damage.
The damage caused because Johnny Curtis was willing to put himself at risk to try to get the upper hand, and that's what good tag teams do.
Exchange made, McGillicuddy in. Johnny Curtis doing a great job in taking back over the momentum for his team. And now McGillicuddy and Curtis have isolated Justin Gabriel. And you see the ensuing tags.
Now, is it a good tag team, which all four men in the ring are showing us that they are. They're using their half of the ring. You watch how both teams, on all occasions, will keep their opponent in their side of the ring.
A quick cover here by Curtis.
And that Irish whip went to a neutral corner, too, to speak to your point, Mr. Rigg.
Yes, and because you always want your tag partner at hand in case anything happens to you. You need him there so you can tag out and he can take over.
Shoulders down again.
Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it?
Johnny Curtis is very, very athletic, very powerful as he wraps his arm around Justin Gabriel. Now making Gabriel carry some additional weight, that of Johnny Curtis, slowing the pace down of their adversaries who are quicker and faster than are Curtis and McGillicuddy. A lot of strategy being applied and utilized in that one rear chin lock.
Ow. Justin Gabriel always full of fight and desire. Nice takedown.
Fireman carry action and a tag. McGillicuddy maintained control of his adversary while he made the tag. That's smart wrestling.
That certainly is, yes. Did you see the way that Johnny Curtis used that single arm suplex over the top, kept hold of it?
Cover here by McGillicuddy.
Until his partner got in and was able to do some damage. As I was saying before, it sounds very simple, some of these things we say about the rules of a good tag team, but not many people actually do it. And we're seeing a classic example of how to be a good tag team from both teams here.
I'm sure the WWE officials who watch every broadcast of NXT are very pleasantly surprised at what they're seeing. Maybe not surprised is the word, but they got to be pleased with the tag teams that we are seeing here this week in this main event.
This is what tag team competition is all about. Skilled individuals, knowing how to make the most of the partner, knowing how to make the most of the ring, and how to win matches.
Johnny Curtis. Every time Justin Gabriel tries to find some way to pick up momentum, Curtis immediately shuts him back down. And now Johnny Curtis, high risk, no reward.
That may have been ill-advised in hindsight for Johnny Curtis, as the young South African was able to avoid the contact.
Take a look at this again. Johnny Curtis, they call it high risk for a reason. No avail, and now the tag is made. Here comes Tyson Kidd.
Well, McGillicuddy gets the tag, but can he regain the momentum? And man, Tyson Kidd is a buzzsaw.
Tyson Kidd rolling with momentum on his side. Hook of the leg.
Those low drop kicks to the temple are so damaging.
McGillicuddy tried to escape out of dodge.
Drop toe hold. Second turnbuckle was the landing pad. Not too kind.
That a predicament for Tyson Kidd and Johnny Curtis here with the cover, no.
Justin Gabriel saved the day there, because I feel certain that Curtis would have got the 3 count for that tandem offense if it hadn't been for Justin Gabriel. It's a heck of a tag team matchup, I'm telling you, folks.
It certainly is, yes. It's wonderful as an old tag team competitor myself to watch such great action.
Strong competitive nature here on NXT. This is what it's all about.
Headbutt right across the bridge of the nose, making a pair by Tyson Kidd.
And Kidd, oh wow!
Well, there you talk about the high risk. Kidd looking to springboard off the top rope. And the top rope wasn't so forgiving, but he quickly comes back with a counter into the spinning neck breaker. McGillicuddy deposited outside.
Tyson Kidd showing so many ways he can beat you now. Here's the tag. Justin Gabriel up the top.
Double team into the blockbuster. Hook of both legs.
Yes.
Here are your winners, Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel.
Well, Tyson Kidd avoided disaster, going for the high risk, and was able to rebound. That's a testament to Kidd's ability.
Take another look here. Wow. The impact on Johnny Curtis, courtesy of Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd, is all it took for the win.
A fine outing by both young men here. In fact, a fine outing altogether. It's great to see incredible tag team action. I truly love watching that.
Just 1 week away from a match that will crown the first ever NXT champion, Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal will stand face to face inside our NXT ring next.
Excuse me, Cassius, now, we both know that Richie Steamboat has issued a challenge to you, and I have to ask, do you accept?
Richie Steamboat apparently doesn't like it when he sees other people in pain. I got news for him. He's gonna hate it even more when Richie Steamboat's the one in pain. Don't you forget this. Cassius hurts people. Richie Steamboat, you're on. Get out of here.
They are global entertainers, professionally trained athletes, WWE superstars, but they are not invincible. When they step into that ring, they take real risks and endure unimaginable pain. Broken bones, torn muscles, dislocations, separations. Be smart, be safe. Don't try this at home.
People always remember the champion. They don't remember the runner-up.
In the finals of the Gold Rush tournament for the NXT Championship, you have Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins. It's an interesting matchup, actually.
Seth Rollins is high-flying, he's exciting. He's been wrestling for years on the independent circuit. I think he's ready, and not only that, he's hungry.
Jinder Mahal has already experienced a little taste of WWE. He brings to the table a certain aggressiveness. He does whatever he needs to do to win the match.
Seth Rollins is one talented individual. I expect him to win this match. I think he'll become the first NXT champion.
I got to give the edge to Jinder just because I think he's the more experienced guy at this point.
I'm gonna say that Jinder Mahal has the edge, but I'm gonna place my bet on Seth Rollins because I know he wants it. I know he's got a lot of heart, and I'll take heart over skill any day.
Folks, we are just 1 week away from the finals of the NXT Gold Rush tournament to crown the first ever NXT champion. But before we get to next week, tonight we have an opportunity to hear for the final time before their match from both competitors. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, my first guest, please welcome Seth Rollins.
Rollins certainly seems ready for next week, Mr. Eagle.
He certainly does, yes, and so he should be. I mean, this is the pinnacle of this young man's career. Next week is the most important night of his life.
Rollins will be talking tonight, but in 7 days, he'll be competing in the match of a lifetime.
And his opponent, the Punjabi Nightmare, Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal has been on an amazing roll, if you will, going into this tournament and through the tournament.
Jinder Mahal is dedicated to his quest, which is to become the new NXT champion. It means nothing to him to dispose of anybody that gets in his way. And unfortunately for Seth Rollins, he's the man that he has to face. I'm truly glad that I'm not Seth Rollins tonight.
Well, tonight might be okay. They're just going to converse, but next week could be issues.
Next week's another week. Tonight, you never know what's going to happen.
Well, this should be most interesting to see what's on the mind of these two men. They're about to make history.
Okay, gentlemen. I'm going to start things off with you, Seth. What does it mean to you to have the opportunity to become NXT champion?
You know, Byron, my entire life, all I ever wanted was to hold a championship in WWE. So this opportunity to become the first ever NXT champion means everything to me. Growing up isn't always easy. Sometimes when you're a kid, it's hard to find yourself. It's hard to figure out what you stand for. I was like that until I found wrestling, until I found WWE, and that gave me purpose. That gave me direction. That gave me a dream. And now here I stand on the brink of achieving that dream. And there is no way I am leaving Full Sail University without becoming the first ever NXT champion.
Jinder Mahal, you've heard the comments of Seth Rollins. What does this opportunity mean to you?
पहला NXT ਦਾ ਚੈਂਪੀਅਨ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਖੜਾ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਖੜਾ ਆ Seth, that was a very touching story. But to me, you sounded just like all these people. A born loser. I, on the other hand, was born into greatness. Paisa, gaddiyan, kapde. Becoming the first ever NXT champion is my birthright. I am the supreme superstar. As for your dream, it will remain a dream. The reality is, the first ever NXT champion, the na hai Jinder Mahal.
Born loser, Jinder. Born loser. You know what? I never liked.
Oh, no! What a shot by Mahal. A cheap shot right in the face of Rollins. Rollins responding to those rather terse words, and now Rollins is fighting back. Rollins assaulting Jinder Mahal, and these two men obviously not wanting to wait until next week to see who will be the first NXT champion. Oh my God, Rollins right through the ropes. Rollins is roaring and ready. Here comes some officials to get between these two men. Ladies and gentlemen, who will be the first NXT champion? Jinder Mahal or Seth Rollins? We'll find out next week. So long from NXT.